Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's your summer been like?
It's been good. I was obviously with the Lakers most of the summer, so I was in their program pretty early because we got done pretty early. So I did pretty much all the way up until summer league, and that took a couple weeks, and then I got back to it. And then I've been out here since I got traded pretty much. I was here for the UFC fight a week before I got traded. So I guess I already kind of knew it was coming. But
Yeah, what was your reaction to the trade?
I mean, honestly, I was surprised, but like initially I was like, oh wow. Like, I guess as when you're in the NBA, I mean, not when you're in the NBA, but being in the NBA as long as I've been, I guess you look at like styles of play and just kind of watching what Will just did with the Celtics, and then knowing that, you know, they are kind of flipping over a new leaf here and bringing them in. It's exciting to know that that's there. End of the day, like, you have to go out in 82 games, figure it out. Like, you know, it don't matter what piece of paper looks like or anything like that. So knowing that you have a chance to be successful, and then especially after getting here, knowing I have a chance to be successful, that we all have a chance to be successful because of how organized and how good everything is here is something to be, I'm super extremely happy about. So I guess I had a good feeling to start with, and then after my physical and everything coming here, I had a better feeling about it.
You kind of established yourself again in the league with the Lakers. Do you feel like you have to reestablish yourself here with the Jazz?
Yeah, I feel like every year everyone has to reestablish themselves. Obviously, everybody's in different spots. If you're LeBron James, and you really know what you can do. But as I said before, it's like 82 chances you are what you just lastly did. So I think it'll be fun. I think for me personally, I've been getting better over the last couple of years, and I put a lot of work into it again for another summer. So I love to see some growth. I love to see some growth in some things personally, and I love the new opportunity as well.
You said how organized it is in terms of opportunity here. I mean,
Yeah.
Are there things that are different here than you've noticed from like other franchises?
Yeah,
Like what?
it's organized.
Yeah. I heard that.
I guess, I mean, just trying to be professional as possible. I mean, everywhere, if you worked at McDonald's or Burger King, it'd be two different ways, two different things. So it's just stuff like that. I mean, when I first got signed here, you know, Justin was there and greeted me and said hi. He was in the gym walking around, let me know that's the best restaurant here is our chef's office, our area. So Barney, and just the way like I've been taken care of and communicated with the whole time I've been here is the stuff I'm talking about. I think obviously in everything, communication is everything, but especially when you're trying to turn a leaf really fast, obviously I want to know what's up, and I want to get integrated in what we're doing as an organization, as a team as well, as fast as I can. And they've made that super easy for me, which it takes, you know, sometimes it takes a long time to get communication with the people you need communication with, to understand the things you need to understand and do your job the best you can. So that's the stuff I'm talking about.
How do you add to, you know, what you already are? Like, you look at Stanley Johnson, you know, big, strong, physical, defensive, can switch through different positions. How do you add to that and become, okay, I can go out and hit 35 to 37% from three, and you know, just kind of add to what you know you need to add to in order to stay in the league for another 10 years?
I think first it starts with doing what I do great, like doing that, like continuing to bring effort, continue to bring energy, continue to bring intangibles, and like lose yourself in the game in that aspect instead of trying to focus on what you can't do and trying to highlight those aspects. I feel like, you know, you are what your average is, and I put the time into it, and shooting is like you know, I'm not gonna get too scientific here, but I just feel like, you know, you practice it enough, it's gonna go in enough. And God knows I've been practicing, so I hope these things go in. I'm a big promoter of that. I think I've seen a couple more go in than they did before me in the past, which I was excited about. And got with the same person. So hopefully I see a trend and the numbers keep going up.
You go from a situation where you played with a lot of veterans to a situation where there's a lot of younger guys and you're the veteran.
Yeah.
What's like kind of shifting into that veteran mentor type role with some of these younger guys?
How old am I? You know how old I am? Do you know how old I am? I'm 26. I'm not like 35. But I think to your question, I think, I guess just with the experience, and I think when you play with LeBron and Russ and AD, you better take something from them that you can, use and gain. And I feel like I know a couple of things that can, be helpful to some of the young guys, especially some of the rookies, because I've been through a couple of things in the league already. But I feel like in the aspect of how would it wager, I think that when you're young, you have a great opportunity to win a lot of games because the league is playing fast now. People are getting up and down, and I know we want to play fast as well. So I think our youth, we're not like baby youth, we're good youth, I think. A lot of guys have had a couple of years in the league, and a lot of guys have played well in the league that are here. So it's not like, I wouldn't call a lot of these guys unestablished players whatsoever. These guys have done a couple of things. So I think it'll be more about just making sure that we're being professional with the youth and using the youth for what it is instead of just being young the whole time.
Do you think you have a new appreciation for training camp after not being a part of one last year? So is it
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Oh yeah, that too. But just in general, like having a job, I think everybody wants to have a job. So, and then also being able to have an equal start with everyone else. And I think it's fair for everybody around. I think last year, playing a lot of minutes and not knowing everything else everybody knows, I think we would have been a little better if I had learned the things I needed to learn a little earlier. So being that I've been here for already 3 weeks and learning the stuff I need to learn, I feel a lot of us have been here for that long as well. It's only to our betterment.
What's your perspective on that? Because you were like the third highest recruit in high school, right, in your class? So you were top 5,
Yeah.
And then top 10 pick.
Mm-hmm.
And then 25, you were kind of looking around for a job. But how do you view your life now and where you are and appreciation and kind of your perspective on just being an NBA player?
I'm super grateful for it. I think God works in mysterious ways. I think everyone has everyone has their own path. Everyone has their own thing, and I think people should take advantage of having the decision, being able to make their own decision and kind of do the things, doing it a way that you kind of want to do it, and not letting somebody else kind of write your script. I think as I've got older, I've started to understand things. I've been blessed with opportunities to be able to stay in the league, and I feel like anybody else, I work my butt off to do it, and I'm going to continue to work my butt off to stay in the league. And I'm just grateful that I'm even here because I'm having a good time. It's like a dream job.
Taylon, obviously, from being teammates on the Lakers. You know Valerie a bit from the Arizona connection.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about those two guys and what they're like personally, and what else you expect them to bring to this team?
Well, I guess I'll start with Taylon. I mean, Taylon is obviously extremely young, like 22 young, not 26 young. And he's won a championship already. He's been around some elite guys. And when I tell you, for both of the guys, but especially speaking about Taylon, his talent level and the physical things he can bring to the game, not a lot of players can do that in the NBA at his size. So he's going to bring another level of, I think, just talent and skill to the game. He also plays a physical style of basketball, a bigger guard. I think a lot of people will enjoy having him on the team. He's just a really good basketball player. Can line up really these days, really 2, 3, 4. He can really switch, play power. Can do a lot of things. And the more like-sized guys you're out there, sometimes it's just easier. Laurie, I mean, you guys were watching what he was doing over in Europe, and I pretty watched him since he was young as well. We didn't actually play together, but obviously paying attention-wise, and he's a killer. what he brings to the game at his size, especially having to play against him. That's usually my matchup. It's hard to guard him. It's hard to find a matchup, and you can play him at the 5, and he would be, he's a killer there as well. So he plays also 4 spots as well, in my opinion, with the shooting ability. He's always been versatile. I think as he's got older in the league and as he's got older in general, especially looking at what happened last week, you just see him becoming like a bigger, his talent, his aggression just coming out more and more, 40 and 10 games and stuff like that. I've always seen him get 20 and 10, but I think he can be a high level guy in all aspects of the game and in the league. He has every talent, everything that everyone else has, and he'll have all the opportunity in the world now.